Step one, you need to prime the pump. Priming the pump starts with the prime tank and the valve from the prime tank. So down here you can find a wrench that you can use to open up the prime valve, and you're going to be able to find the prime valve right on top of the water pump. So you want to take it a little bit easy with that fitting there. It is a plastic fitting, so we don't want to work it too hard. You're going to open that up, and now you can see you have an open access hole right into the pump. So during the season, like the typical season in the summertime, this tank will be full of water that's ready to prime the system. And you're gonna wanna kind of hold this hose into the inlet with enough room for water to go in, but also for air to escape. When you're priming the system, you only have to open this valve up just a little bit. And you can see that we are almost full. You can even hear it as it starts to get full. Okay, so now we see that it has topped off. Sometimes this will top off and it'll go down again. So we want to make sure we're going to put a little bit more water in there. And if a little bit spills out, it's not a big deal. Now we're going to put our cap back in. So with the cap, you can just screw it in finger tight. And then with the wrench, you're just going to give it one more quarter of a turn. So now we're going to move on to step two, which is actually turning the water pump on. The water pump is turned on by the switch here, which has the convenient number 2 there for step 2. And we can go ahead and turn that on now. Right as you turn that on, you're going to notice the pressure starts building in the water system. What you're going to see is going to turn off right about 50 psi. There's a second part to step 2. After the system has been pressurized and the pump stops, you're going to find the 2 valves to the left and right of the filter housings. First, you're going to turn on the right-hand valve. Turn the valve on slowly. Second, you're going to turn on the left-hand valve, again slowly. At that point, the water system will be pressurizing all the fittings and all the appliances up in the cabin, including the prime tank and the hot water heater. Step 3 is turning on the primary hot water switch. This switch is a safety in line with the circuit breaker to make sure that the power to the hot water heater isn't turned on until the hot water heater has water in it for sure. So you can see on the switch there's a lower off position and an upper on position. We're going to want to turn the switch on. Perfect. So now we have power going to the hot water heater, and you'll have hot water in about a half hour or so. When you're ready to head home and you don't need the water on anymore, the first thing you're going to do is go to switch number 3, the hot water switch. You're going to turn that off. Then you're going to come down to switch number 2, the water pump switch, and turn that off. Then you're going to come over to the valves on the filter housings and turn those both off. Now, when you're turning the valves off, you don't need to turn them off slowly. You can just turn them off. And just like that, you're done. So again, to get it started, it's 1 prime, 2 pump, 3 hot water heater. So 1, 2, 3 to get started. And when you're ready to go home, it's 3 hot water, 2 pump, and the valves, and then you're done. It's as simple as that.